Someone who is not totally unhinged needs to say something about Brexit. Alright, I will, in a bit. At some point, there is going to be a recession. Why? Because the free market is about the worst conceivable way of distributing goods and services across our one precious planet. But Brexit! No. In order to absolve themselves of any responsibility for the many social ills that arise from this profit-driven system, poverty, unemployment, war, environmental catastrophe, marmite shortage, capitalists use media to keep people occupied with convenient bogeymen. To be fair, it's usually immigrants. A few weeks ago it was Trotskyists. Now it's Brexit, and immigrants, and Trotskyists. I just don't know what to think anymore. This week, People, BuzzFeed News, went into total meltdown because Tesco stopped stocking Marmite online for a bit. This was blamed on Brexit, but in reality, this was just another chapter in Tesco's long history of aggressively trying to undercut suppliers, and Unilever, who make Marmite, and more importantly Viennetta, trying to exploit the distaste that the financial markets have for Brexit in order to make a few quid. So you've got to wonder, what do the international markets have against Brexit? And more to the point, who the bloody hell asked them? The EU makes it very easy for capitalists to build and wield power and wealth internationally. So it's not surprising that this tiny handful of people are a bit peeved that Britain voted to leave it. And because this class of people own basically everything, they're trying to use people's needs, including Marmite needs, to bully the rest of us into accepting policies and institutions that make it as easy as possible for them to continue to make profits at all costs. If it feels cynical, corrupt and anti-democratic, that's because it is. I'll be honest, I voted to leave and I have no strong feelings either way regarding yeast spreads. But if you believe in democracy, the idea that unelected, unaccountable markets can take a view that it will punish an entire population because it voted against its interests should make you feel uncomfortable, because it feels less like a democracy and more like a dictatorship of the markets. And if this is how it's going to be, which it probably is, because capitalists aren't too keen on any restrictions on their wealth and power gathering abilities, then I think we need to break up with them. We can have a Brexit, but the only way it's not going to be entirely miserable is if we have a socialist exit, a sexit. That means taking the economy, including Marmite production, into public ownership, where the decisions about what gets made, sold, and for how much can be made democratically. Under these circumstances, we probably would need to encourage the populations of other countries to do the same. Because what's the alternative? Behold your corporate overlords. No thanks. Anyway, I hope that's a bit clearer. Share, subscribe, see you later.